important issues. But we have to cooperate globally, and we are very happy to have the presence of far away Mongolia also, Professor Erde Netuya, who has joined us today. And a warm welcome to all the IIP dignitaries. And it is my duty now to invite our dear Honorary Secretary General, Professor Dr. Yogesh Bhai Parikh, to deliver the welcome address to welcome all of us. Dr. Yogesh Bhai, the screen is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Samir Dalwai. Uh, Now, today is a very important program on the launch of the environment and child health under our initiative of IIP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath 20 this year. So today we have gathered not just for the professionals as a professionals, but as we are the advocate, and our constitution say advocacy for the children and the nation. So advocacy for the cause that directly impact on the well-being of our children, their health and the environment they grow up in the, as the Indian Academy of Pediatrics always been the forefront for the initiative that shape the future of our child health. And this endeavor is yet another step toward the ensuring the healthier, safer world for our young ones. So today, let me invite our warm welcome to our president, our smiling president, Dr. Vasant Khalatkar, our brain, beauty, and dynamic lady with the brilliant idea, Dr. Neelam Mohan Madam, and Dr. Basuraj, our past president, in the absentia. Dr. Atanu Bhadra is also eager to join but have some social emergency. And our dear beloved president 2028, Dr. Santosh Sons, sir, our mentor and the guide for all of us. And our today's chief guest, Dr. Abrinenda Ganbatar, as a chief guest from the Mongolia, whose contribution to global health and the environment sustainability have been truly inspiring. So, Madam, your presence today and reinforce the importance of the international collaboration in addressing environmental challenges that affect child health. And today, our guest of honor, our own Dr. H. Parmesh sir from the Bangalore, is a distinguished expert whose work in pediatric pulmonology and the environment health has been instrumental in shaping practices and the policy and safeguarding our children in future. So we have our environmental expert like our senior vice president Dr. Ramesh Bajania ji, very keen for the working for the environment as a chairperson, secretary, and now as a senior vice president. He also work hard for this environment and children's health, and along with Dr. Balachandar. So Dr. Narmada is here, and so many our professionals and our experts in the IAP are working on this important issue. So let me talk about the relationship between environment and child health. It is from air pollution to the climate change to access to the clean water and the nutrition. Every aspect of the child surrounding plays a crucial role in the development of and the well-being of the children. So this initiative, IIP Ki Baat Community के साथ, let the IAP aims to bridge the gap between the awareness and actions. Now we have to ensure that the pediatrician, policymakers, and the communities work hand to hand to create the sustainable solution. So our part of the advocacy, education, and proactive intervention, we started this initiative, and this for this our focus should be there because we are arranging so many CME workshop and conferences every weekend. We have a 2-3 programs. So let us take a please, and we have to place this. We have to save our environment and the planet by ensuring that eco-friendly practices and the reducing paper use and the plastic use and choosing sustainable venues. So this is our initiative, and we have learned so many from the South Zone conference from the Vellore, where then Dr. Narmada is there. She is very instrumental for this the zero plastic policy in their conference. And our West Zone Pedicon in the Udaipur, we conducted under the guidance of Dr. Ramesh Bajana ji at that time. And it was also minimal use of the plastic and the paper at that time also. So let us start something new, and we have to ensure that our efforts reflects our action and the commitment toward the healthier world. So IAP stands dedicated to making events more sustainable, encouraging digital workflow, mindful resource utilization, and environmentally friendly, responsible collaboration. So let us together strive to make environmentally friendly conferences as a standard practice, and let us our discussion on the child health also uphold our responsibility toward the planet they here they up. So thank you very much, Dr. Samir. Please over to you and move ahead. Thank you everyone for joining this digital platform. All the senior IP members, our past presidents, and the office bearers and the executive board members, those who have joined on this digital platform. Over to you, Samir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Yogesh Bhai. In addition to welcoming everybody, Dr. Yogesh Parekh has spoken two major things. One is what is the impact at a local level for children, and secondly, what Indian Academy of Pediatrics and their members have already begun to do, maybe in a small measure, but that needs to be taken up again. So thank you so much for that. And now it is my pleasure to invite our national president, Dr. Vasant Khalatkar, to present his vision, his views, and his entire focus to how to take Indian Academy of Pediatrics ahead, especially with respect to the entire environmental concerns of children. It's over to our president, sir. Sir, the stage is yours.
Yeah, good afternoon, and from our nation, and good afternoon from India for those who are outside India. My all today's present elect 2025 Dr. Neelam Mohan, my favorite and dynamic secretary Dr. Yogesh Parekh, our national treasurer Dr. Atanu Bhadra, our past president Dr. Basavaraja, all my past president, my vice presidents, Dr. Bajania, Dr. Pembre, Dr. Preeti, Dr. Prashant, Dr. Guru Prasad, and my all executive board member and all 47,000 member, and really those today's attendee from outside India, a warm greeting I bring you from India, which always want to be friendly with environment. So we always fight for environment, though there are so many challenges we are having still. And that's why definitely when a question, any topic of environment come, how can we spare our children's? You all know that these today's children are tomorrow's adult, tomorrow's parents and everything. So we have to teach them, we have to make free to them, and we have to prevent them from bad environment. That's why we have this today's topic, that's from environment and child health. So it gives me immense joy and pride to welcome you all to a very special moment in our IAP journey, the launch of our fourth segment under IAP Ki Baat community ke saath. That's the second episode. Today we focus on something that touches every breath our children take, that's environment and child health. In this fast changing world, our little ones are growing up in environments that are often polluted, stressful, and unsafe. As a pediatricians, caregivers, and advocates for child health, it is our duty not just to treat illness, but to create a world where health begins at home, in school, at playground, and in the very air they breathe. You all know what is the position of Delhi, Bangalore, all these metro cities. They are suffering from lot of environmental problems, and we are having, fortunately, we are having a alliance like Dr. Parmesh, Dr. Ramesh Bajania, and all those who are Green Army person. They are fighting for that, and we are not behind. That's the strength of IAP. Everybody want to work for child health. So today, I'm really deeply honored to have Professor Dr. Erdentia Ganbatar. She's from Mongolia and very active member of IPA. When I called her, Madam, I want you to be as a chief guest. On a very first call, she asked me, what is this? When I explained her, so she said, oh, that's a great work you are doing. That's a IP ke baad community ke saath. That's you are involving community. It's really, she said that's a really a need of our, and we have to go to community. And instantly she said that I will be ready as a chief guest. Though she was little bit hesitant about English, and accent of the. But I said, Madam, don't worry, we can understand. Thank you, Professor Adentua Kanbar, an inspiring academic mission from Mongolia as our chief guest. Your dedication to child health and global learning is truly commendable. Thank you, our Parmesh sir. Why I said our? Because we always feel you are amongst us, amongst us, and you are really great job. I know your position, your passion, and your strength in environment as well as the pediatric pulmonology. But you are always at ground level. Whenever you go to him or you greet him, he always come with a smiling. I know you are busy. You are always attending multiple international conferences, and you are not made up for India, but still your passion and everything you are in India. That's a really great asset for us as a Dr. H. Parmesh. Really, you are great asset for us for environment. Your work reminds us that protecting our planet is in fact protecting our child. Dear friends and Professor Dr. Adentua Kanbatar, we want to tell that our strength is of 48,900 members. We are reaching to 50,000. That is within a in 6 months we are going to reach to 50,000 members. So these are the with over 47,000 committed pediatricians standing strong. IAP is ready to make a powerful impact not just within hospital walls but out in our community, neighborhoods, and schools. This initiative is not just a campaign, it's a moment, a promise, a legacy we leave behind for every child who deserve to grow up safe, strong, and smiling. One of the very good project initiative this year by our Green Army, headed by Dr. Naushad, Dr. Narmala, Dr. Ratugiri, Dr. Sukumaran, Dr. Balachandar. These all people are working hard. And of course, how can we forget Dr. Ramesh Bajania, our Vice President? I think he meant for environment only. I think you can, whenever he talks, they always, his language, like he always talk about environment. So thank you, Bajania sir, also for this. And we are going with this Green Army and our 47,000 member. We are going to have a Green Army project where we are adopting schools where we are telling students, not a teacher, students to plant one tree at least by one student, and that 10 students will be monitored by one of the senior monitor, and that 10 monitor will be monitored by headed by one teacher, so that whenever they will plant the tree, they will take the photograph, and what is the growth of that tree they are going to send us into the IAP. So of course we will have a very good award for this initiative who will do the best of the best. So our aim is to plant minimum 20,000 plants this year, and this initiative, I think, I hope Dr. Neelam Mohan, our next president, is going to continue because we want to. And second, we will have a few lectures. We want to do the CME on environment, that's on virtual mode. If possible, we can have a physical also. So in that way, we are going to reach, and definitely we want to go digitally by Facebook, by digital media, by cinema channel or something like that. We are planning to our make awareness in community about the environment, so that if suppose we are 30% success we get in environment, it's okay. You know the best example of the our prime minister who had done that, our gas, providing our natural gas to each and every house, and he stopped that burning all fires and woods and everything. So now you can see the impact of this everywhere you get the gas, and that's a good for environment. So we are also this is our first step. I think with our commitment of over 47,000 member, we will have a success. My important message is that whatsoever today you will get the press note about the environment and child, please circulate it through your digital media, that's a Facebook, Twitter, or your Instagram, and you take that matter and you can publish it to your local daily so that public will come to know what is the IAP and how to prevent environment, and that's why you will reach to community. So automatically we are going to prove our theme of this year. That's a work for for to serve our children, country, and colleagues. Naturally, we are preventing environment. We are going to save our children, automatically country, and that's definitely colleagues. So we can prove ourselves on this theme. Let's unite once again, not just as a pediatrician, but as a protector of childhood and campaign of change. Together, let us build a healthier world for our children, one breath, one stop, one smile at a time. I really want to thank this committee for IAP Action Plan Committee, that IAP की बात community के साथ, headed by Dr. Geeta Patil, Dr. Praveen Page, Dr. Amresh Patil, Dr. Binder, Dr. Samir Dalwai, and this time Dr. Avinash Gawande, and many more. And this time we have united Dr. Santosh Son, who is going to introduce our chief guest today. So thank you once again. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai IAP.
Thank you. Amazing, intense words of commitment by the national president. And today, large parts of India, we are celebrating. We're celebrating Akshay Tritiya, and on this auspicious day, my best wishes to all of you and such wonderful commitments. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, and such wonderful commitments on this auspicious day. My best wishes to all of you. And let us all commit to take the President Sir's and IAP's resolve ahead. I am now going to have the privilege to introduce our dear President-elect, Dr. Neelam Mohan ma'am. And she is a brilliant academician. She is a President-elect. But on a lighter note, let me say that some people just improve the environment by their presence in the environment. So let me introduce her with a शेर. गुलों में रंग भरे बादे नौ बहार चले भी आओ कि गुलशन का कारोबार चले. So it's over to Dr. Neelam. आप आ जाइए और IAP का कारोबार आगे बढ़ाइए. Over to Dr. Neelam.
Thank you so much, Samir. Wishing everybody a beautiful Akshay Tritiya. And I would like to start with respected Vasant Kalakar, our dynamic president, and all the past president, Baswaraja, Dr. Santosh Shons, the chief guest today, Erdi Netua. What a lovely name. I'm sure it means something brilliant, which we will ask you when you tell us, lady from Mongolia. And Dr. Parmesh, the name Parmesh would always mean to us only one thing, which was environment, a person with a vision who's our guest of honor. All the four vice presidents who are so phenomenal, Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Harish Pandey, Dr. Guru, and Dr. Preeti, and the beautiful work which is being done by Dr. Yogesh Parekh, who introduced it so beautifully, gave an entire summary of what we are facing and our responsibility as a pediatrician when it comes to working about children's health and environment, because they are the ones who are affected most. And Dr. Atanu, who's not joined us today, along with it, Geeta Patil, who works all the time for her coordination scientifically for IAP Ki Baat community ke saath. Samir, who's such a big breeze when it comes of, when he's over the screen with the presence itself means a lot to us. Dr. Amresh Patil, Dr. Praveen, and Kishore, thank you all for the stupendous work that you're doing in this field and make us feel proud in all the time. And as rightly said by my predecessors, Dr. Yogesh and Dr. Vasan, all that I have to say is environment actually needs to be healthy for a human well-being. And right, we are talking about the air we breathe. So we've been seeing so much of difference in the last 2 decades when I became 2.5 decades back as a professional to now. The amount of issues related to lung disease, asthma, and we've had the privilege of seeing the lung autopsy by one of our surgeon who actually works a lot on environment, lung surgeon. He showed us how when he opens up the lungs, how they are so black, and he had pictured them, and he's working with global organizations because of that. The water we drink, and a movie had come, Ganga Meli Ho Gayi, there we never thought what it meant. But now we are talking about river pollutions too in our country. They are so intertwined because of that, the food we eat, and the also because the food is grown in this land, and the waterborne diseases that are seeing at a rise. Yesterday, we did a module on typhoid, and imagine if we did not have contamination of water and food, these pollutions, we would not talk about so much of typhoid and its related issues in our country. And while we are facing issues with rising temperature, I got reminded on this World Health Summit where I was privileged also to be a part as a faculty. And we were talking about other issues. But the show that was done was state of the art by Ricky. Ricky is a Grammy Award winner who actually spoke about the issues related with air pollution. And I was shocked to know that he showcased an island, and where these islands are a risk, and people will have to vacate because of these environmental issues. And you will be saddened to know that your children and grandchildren may not be able to visit Maldives as you all, because it is said that by 2050, these islands may actually have their toll, like Maldives, Tuvalu, Kiri, and 80% of them, these islands will not be inhabited. They will, because of the issues that are resulting of the rising sea level due to pollution. And while we are talking, we forget sometime to talk about the noise pollution and the light pollution. These are also the issues that are happening when we talk about environment. So I will not repeat what my predecessors, whether it was Yogesh and Vasant, which talked about. All that I will say is it it really pains when you listen to this, that how our grandchildren are going to cry when they face all these issues. So it becomes not only our responsibility as advocates of pediatrician, but it is a responsibility of citizen, not of India, but citizen of of the globe at large. It is each individual's responsibility, and this is not a health issue. This is protecting an environment is absolutely a moral responsibility for our children and our future generations. So while the global associations like WHO, UNICEF, UNEP, they are working, I'm proud to say that my country is also working. And these issues like the Swachh Bharat Man, which was started by our respected Prime Minister Modi ji, along with it, now we are doing programs like Clean Air and Mission Life. These are all meant to address the environment issues. And IAP, as an NGO association, has its responsibility to strengthen this efforts by the global associations and the nation. And all that I have to say is let us strengthen a collective resolve, both locally, nationally, to ensure that this environment protection becomes the center for every health agenda and the well-being for our planet. It's not Mother India, it's our mother planet, which is bleeding. So I'm so happy. I will 100% continue. In fact, this was my vision that I'm going to work in this area, and I'm definitely going to work and take this agenda forward. Thank you once again for all the stalwarts of IAP for giving this opportunity to me, and all the delegates, all the EB members, all the IAPNs. Thank you for joining us today on this beautiful endeavor. Love, Neelam.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Very, very inspiring words. Mother India and Mother Earth. I think both of this we have to remember very well. Thank you so much. Going ahead, I would like to invite our President IIP 2024, Dr. Basavaraj, but unfortunately he's busy with some other commitments. So now it's the duty of the presidents to unveil the press note or to release the press note on this occasion so that it can be taken ahead to the national media as well as the international media. We'll be happy to share it with our chief guest from Mongolia as well. And it's over to the presidents to declare the release of the press note. Can we have the press note on the screen, please? And the presidents can ask for the same. Yes, over to you.
So I declare that this press note is released, that is on environment and child health, for your use. You can go ahead, you can share it to press media, digital media, TV media with your name. You can share it. That's you can also share in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, and WhatsApp. So this press notes is having everything what is the related with the environment and child and what to do. So it will be a big eye opener for community, for environment. बच्चों के लिए सब लोग कुछ भी करते हैं. Suppose they will read this, they will definitely have awareness about the environment.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So shall we move ahead?
Samir, go ahead.
Yes, yes. So it's also my duty now to invite our dear national treasurer, Dr. Atanu Badra, who is working tirelessly behind the scenes always to see that the IIP does not lack any resources. Unfortunately, he's again busy with some other commitment today, so he will not be able to come. I now move on to our Vice President, Shri Dr. Ramesh Bajania ji. I have known him since many, many years as a brilliant crusader for environment. Right from the time it was a group of environmental group working together in IIP to raise consciousness, and step by step having gone across the country, posting pictures, posting news from not just the country but across the world. He has created a big interest in the subject of environment with many, many other stalwarts working under the guidance of stalwarts like Dr. Parmesh. And he was instrumental in converting the group into a very successful chapter. And he continues to be inspiring all of us as the vice president, as also the person working day and night in the field of environmental health and the impact on children. It's my pleasant duty to now invite him, Dr. Ramesh Bajania, sir, Vice President, West Zone, to offer his comments and guidance. Dr. Bajania, sir, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Samir. First of all, my heartiest congratulations to Dr. Vasant Kharatkar, sir, our Honorable HSG, Dr. Yogesh Parikh, sir, for introducing this environment and child health community program. I mean, this was a long-standing request from us, and we are profusely thankful for the environment and child health chapter. Now, why this is important? Because the environmental issues are creating havoc everywhere. The UN chief has termed it as not a climate change or global warming, but now he says that we are into a stage of global boiling. As Neelam ma'am said, that we are worried for our children, grandchildren, but many climatologists, those who have devoted their entire life to study the climate science, they say that till yesterday I was worried about my children and grandchildren, but now I am worried about my own self. Because since last 200 years, once the industrialization has set up, we have accumulated so much of carbon dioxide, which was never there till the evolution of Earth planet. Second, why in our pediatric forum? Because Dr. Parmesh sir, again, Dr. Ravinod Ratajeri sir, when Dr. Bakul Parikh sir was president, they had carried a survey, and the survey was amongst the pediatricians. So there were two parts. One was about awareness of the environmental issues among the pediatricians, and second, if they can contribute by any means. Then in part one, majority of the pediatricians colleagues, they said that they don't know about most of the issues. 80 to 90% said. And in second part, they showed their willingness that given the resources, given the material, we are looking forward, we are inclined to help the mother planet. So I think that dream of Dr. Parmeshwar has again today realized by our project. And I'm very sure that our pediatric colleagues, they are going to take this movement forward. Even a simple display of a poster showing the importance of cycle, recycle, everything in the OPD room, then also it will really contribute to a great extent. Moreover, as a pediatricians, we are closely attached with the parents of our children patients. So any message like what today press note, we can simply share it in a WhatsApp message to one of our parents, and in turn he will share it to their entire family group. So we are in the best position, and moreover they consider more closer as compared to other specialty. And community, I have been visiting schools and I have seen that satisfaction on the face of children that when you go there and after that session, they feel so much of enlightened and they really give us respect more than what they give to politicians or anything. And we can act as a role model. When I started cycling exclusively 24 hours, it is now, I have completed 3 years. So people used to laugh. Now so many doctors have joined, I mean, in day-to-day use of cycles. So I have totally omitted fossil fuel in day-to-day practice, unless and until it is between intercity. As Dr. Yogesh sir said, Yogesh sir had a brilliant idea at that time when Udaipur conference took place. So I asked him that I don't want any position in this, but give me environment, this thing. So me and Meenal Amin were environment, handling environmental committee. And he was very specific. In fact, he went to the extent that even we are not going to serve alcohol also. So that's a different thing because inside the room, anyone can have it. But we tried to make it, I mean, we took it further from what Narmada did at Vellore. Narmada was first after we formed a guideline on environment friendly conference. So that credit goes to Narmada. Then Honorable Yogesh sir took it further forwards. So let us all commit ourselves. Let us all resolve that at least we can do something. Like I have been cycling, someone can else do something else, and let us make it viral. Let us publish it in social media so that because we are good road models, and I'm very sure that the common people, even our pediatricians colleague, other doctors from IMA, they will definitely be impressed. And finally, I am really thankful to Dr. Parmeshwar for being my mentor and bringing into this field. And for the knowledge of all, Dr. Parmeshwar started our environment and child health group 1 year before American Academy of Pediatrics started. So this is known as a vision. And finally my namaskar to Dr. Basav sir, President, past President 2024, President Vasan sir, President-elect Neelam ma'am, OB Dr. Ruchira ma'am, Dr. Parmanand, Honorable HSC Dr. Yogesh sir, whom I admire the most for his particular this habit of going environment friendly anywhere, and he lives also like that. And all my VP colleagues, Dr. Prashant, Dr. Preeti, Dr. Guru Prasad, Dr. Harish Pembre, and all, including our chief guest, Dr. Ede Netau. So with this note, once again, my congratulations, and I'm profusely thankful on behalf of Environment and Child Health Chapter for this big community project. Thank you so much. Jai IIP, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. In brief, you have outlined the history of the environmental chapter and the work that has been done in IIP. We're very happy to hear it. We'd also like to invite for comments our Vice President, Dr. Pemde, but unfortunately, he is also busy with another important commitment. And now it's my duty to present to the House the work done in the past by this committee, by this organization. And I invite my dear Dr. Amrish Patil, who's a member of the scientific committee as well as who's been one of the core members of the group of IIP Ki Baat Community Ke Saath, as well as I'd like to express the gratitude to all the members of the scientific committee, the core committee, the media committee, and of course the committee which was convened for specifically the environmental work. It's over to Dr. Amrish Patil to give a brief snapshot about the work done by the IIP in the past for IIP Ki Baat.
Thank you, Samir Bhai, for those wonderful words. IAP last month has been a busy month with Autism Awareness Week, Bye Bye Anemia program, which was initially completed its turn in Maharashtra, Karnataka. Now it has moved to West Bengal. Earlier it used to travel by roads. Now it is also traveling by train also. That's one new thing. And also we had activism with President Dr. Vasant Kalatkar sir attending the World Health Summit and being actively propagating the visions of IAP. We also condemned the Palgam attacks. Oh, so all by all the things, IAP last month has been standing for activism, alignment, awareness, and action. So to serve the country, colleagues, and community, it's what we have been doing. So the following video would show what we have done for the last 1 month. So request the Shaji to play the video, please.
Saji, share karo. Saji, share the video.
Yes, sir. Give a second.
Thank you, Vasant sir, for this wonderful opportunity, and I also thank all the IBs. Bye Bye Anima is a wonderful dream vision of IAP Vasant Kalatkar sir, which is on the roll in West Bengal. Thank you, sir. Over to Samir Bhai.
I want to thank each and every IAPN for this great work they are doing. Really, it's not me or my OB or EB. It's all 48,000 members. They are really doing from their heart. And I expect the same info to continue. We are having so many programs, academics as well as community in next 8.5 months. Please keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Amrish Bhai, so nice. Two things I'd like to say. It's very important for showing these pictures what the thousands of pediatricians are doing across the country, because some of us get this opportunity to be on the stage and on the screen, but there are thousands of them who never get that. So thank you so much for putting up their work and their pictures. The second thing, like you said earlier, it was by road from city to city. Now we are doing IIP Ki Baat by train. So it's going faster all across the country, and Bye Bye Anemia is a amazing program. Now I'm going ahead to introduce another dear friend of mine who's such an inspiration to be with, and that's Dr. Balachandar. I had the opportunity to be with him in the EB a couple of times, a very quiet, unassuming person, but an extremely intelligent man, very, very passionate. You have to, go beneath the surface to find out what this man is. And he is now very deservingly the chairperson of the environmental chapter. But he is a person who is not bound by any positions or posts, because it is his own academic knowledge, his own drive, and his passion of the subject, whether it is pediatrics per se or the environmental aspect of pediatrics. With these words, I just like to invite Dr. Balchandra. He also represents as the convener of the committee which has come up with these wonderful recommendations for the environmental impact, and I would request him to introduce his members also. So, dear Dr. Balachandar, it's over to you.
Thank you, Samarji. That was an excellent appreciation for me. This is the first time I've heard about me from another person. Thank you very much. So, respected President Vasant Kalakar sir, President-elect Neelam Madam, immediate past President Basura sir, and Treasurer Atanu sir in their absence, our past President Santosh Sovan sir, our founder chairperson of Environment Chapter Paramesh sir, our chief guest today, Professor Erden Tuya, our vice presidents and our past chairperson of ECSC, Ramesh Bajania sir, MD sir, and all our EBs and my friends. So as the national chairperson of IAP's Environment and Childhood Chapter, I am extremely honored to talk to you issues affecting children's future related to the environment. Many thanks to the Central IAP leaders led by Vasant sir and those in the IKBC committee, Dr. Samir Dalbai, my friend, Dr. Kishore, Dr. Amarish Patel, Dr. Praveen, and of course our own team member, and the main person in our ECSC, Dr. Geeta Patil, ma'am, who took the initiative. And she was also the forefront. She was also in the forefront as convener of the bylaw amendment, which she did with her team just before our first EB meeting. So I wholeheartedly thank my team, especially Dr. Namada, who did all the work from introduction to the press note. She is presently the chief editor of Enrich, our mouthpiece, who always stood with me for the last 5 years. Apart from Namada, I thank my team who contributed towards the scientific content. Our past chairperson, Vinod Rathagiri sir, our chairperson-elect, Sadish Agarwal sir, upcoming Dr. Bajendra, and our Dr. Rajeshri ma'am from Kolkata. So, friends, you know that 1 in 4 childlets can be prevented by reducing the environmental risk. According to UNICEF's Child Care Risk Index, almost all children are at risk of at least one climate-related risk. 1 billion children live in high-risk countries. There lies the importance of our environment chapter, IAP's environment chapter. And children are more vulnerable to the environmental hazards. As you know, they are due to the developing physiology, less detoxification system due to their behaviors, and increased exposure to the pollutants in relation to the body size. Some of the concerns we face in our environment due to the environment pollution is the most important is the air pollution. The 90% of children are exposed to air that is not safe, not in the safe limits, and leading to asthma. And for this, we must advocate for cleaner energy sources, stricter emission norms, and promoting green spaces. Another problem we facing is the water pollution. Even though India accounts for 18% of population, only 4% of the population has got safe drinking water access. So to prevent waterborne diseases, we have to ensure access to safe drinking water, proper sanitation and hygiene practices. And climate change is another. Global warming is, and there is increased risk of heat stress. Vector-borne diseases are coming up, and we need to support the climate-resilient healthcare systems. Chemical exposure, example, lead, it affects the neurodevelopment and endocrine hormonal problems, and it promotes. So we need to. Our children have another chemical is the problem is the microplastics. Around 10 to 20 times exposure for children compared to adults, and light and noise pollution that affects the sleep and by the academics. And India is the third largest e-waste producer after China and USA. Previously, we were the 5th position, now in the 3rd position. And 6 cities and 6 states in our country account for more than 165% of the increase in the last 1 decade. So for this, we have to not only the consumer, the manufacturer, and government all has equal responsibility, because release of these chemicals can cause stillbirth, prematurity, organ damage, and all. So as pediatricians, friends, we must advocate for policies promoting clean air, water, and sanitation, educate our families, and support research activities. And this is exactly the mission of Environment Charter, which was started in 2000 by our founder chairperson, respected Paramesh sir, as told by Dr. Ramesh Vajania. So the last 25 years, we had 9 chairpersons, 4 of them past national presidents, 2 vice presidents, and two very close to becoming the vice national presidents. And Dr. Ramesh Vajania, our present vice president, West Zone, and my chairperson during my tenure as secretary in 2021-22 has brought out the SOP on how to make our conference environment friendly. We need to concentrate on small conferences first, and each small step will make a huge difference in the future, as did by Dr. Narmada in her conference at Vellu. So our vision is to protect and promote the environment so as to keep our children healthy, so that their adulthood will be free of any morbidities due to the environmental pollution. What ECC is doing this year, as requested by our president, Vasant sir, we did CMEs already. We had World Water Day, International Forest Day, and this next week we are going to observe the World Noise Prevention Week and World Earth Day. These programs are coming. So since all these days are coming close, we are keeping a 2 weeks gap for each CMEs. And during our World Environment Day next month in June, we are planning 5 consecutive days CMAs, Zoom online sessions by 5 experts from each zone. We are giving the responsibility to the zonal EBs so that they can select the speaker as well as the topic. And so 5 days for 1 day for each zone. And as presidential action plan, we are planning to release IAP textbook as Neelam ma'am has requested during the Calcutta Pedicon. We hope we will be releasing the textbook. And our president Vasant sir's coffee sips. We are planning a book on environment and child health. The research, some research is going on by Dr. Somashekar and Dr. Narmada. And previously we released only two or three Enrich per year. We are now releasing every 2 months one Enrich magazine. And the administrative side, we had did our constitution amendment, and we are planning to increase our state branches in other states. Already now Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka has got environment chapters. So we are planning to spread it to other states. And also along with that, the National Green Army, the brainchild of our treasurer, Dr. Naushidani. So we are planning to, this National Green, just one word about National Green Army. It is an army of students, 10 motivated students from each school, led by a motivated teacher, so that we pediatricians, after getting our training from our ECC members, they'll be training the students, and in turn, the students during their assembly, they can enlighten the other students about the environment and its problems. So this is the National Green Army. Hopefully it will spread all over India. And one more is the environment friendly conferences. We want to take it off in at least in small conferences. Last week we had our state conference at Kasaragod, which was totally environment friendly. And some potential actions for Generation Next is promoting eco-friendly practices in schools and communities, and awareness campaigns on environment and child health risk. So this is what we are doing. And so friends, individual responsibility on part of the public will contribute in a huge way to reduce several of the environmental pollutants. And together we can protect our children's health and ensure a sustainable future. Let us work collectively to create a healthier environment for India's Generation Next. I am sure Environment Chapter IAP will be a sought after chapter in the coming years. With these words, I thank Central IAP leaders and the IKBC 2.0 committee members for giving us a chance. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Balchandar, and really I appreciate the Green Team. I think if we will listen to Balchandar and Environmental Chapter, it will take a day to look up their activities and everything. So we are definitely going to listen to your further plan. And thank you once again, Green Army.
Thank you, sir.
Samir, next.
Yeah, Samir, let me congratulate the Environment Chapter office bearer for claiming and contributing for this our IAP activities in the environment friendly manner. So they claim this year the first position in the awards among all the chapters. So Dr. Bala and let me congratulate from the beginning since Dr. Swati Bhave Madam, Dr. Sukumaran Sir, and up to Dr. Ramesh Kumar, and everyone is working hard to get this environment group to the environment chapter convergence. And Dr. Ramesh Bajania, Dr. Balachandra had made these dreams come true last year, and this chapter is formed. And first year they have claimed the first position in the award winning position. So thank you very much for this noble cause and working with the IAP hand to hands, as Parmesh sir and all are working with our joint heads together and building whatever our presidents are and secretary or whatever our IAP office is assigned, they are doing excellent work. So thank you very much, Dr. Narmada and the whole team of expert and our IAP Bath community, Geeta Patil madam and all. So let me go to other program. We have to join other program also. Please continue, Samir. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Professor Yogesh ji and Dr. Vasan ji and Dr. Balachandra sir. I'm sure with the dedicated team that you are leading, not just in the committee today, but also in the chapter and the way you are motivating others, including the Green Army, I'm sure we will be able to do something impactful. It's now our duty to invite our special guest today, our teacher, the doyen of environmental work in India, Dr. Parmesh, and to introduce him, I'm going to call somebody who is a pillar of this entire program. That's Dr. Praveen Page. And when I say pillar, that's because it has two qualities. One, it is rock solid, it is strong, and it is always there. Two, it doesn't speak. So this is a person who doesn't speak much. He keeps a very low profile, but is constantly the backbone and the support behind his entire work. Dear Dr. Praveen, it's over to you. Please introduce Dr. Parmesh and then request him to unveil the poster.
Thank you, Samir bhai. Respected Dr. Vasan sir, Neelam ma'am, Dr. Basavaraj, Dr. Yogesh sir, Dr. Atanu, Dr. Santosh Sons, all the office bearers of IIP, our guests today, and my pediatric colleagues. We are really fortunate today to have with us Professor Dr. H. Parmesh, a very senior and distinguished pediatric pulmonologist and environmental health expert, whose career spans clinical practice, research, education, and advocacy, with a strong focus on respiratory health and environmental policies. With multiple fellowships from various organizations, he is a visiting physician, scientist, Divecha Center for Climate Change. He is the founder, president, chairman, member, and past chairman of respiratory chapter of IIP, respiratory chapter of Karnataka, environmental chapter, allergy and immunology chapters. He is a visiting professor at USA, Canada, Italy, and various other countries, Australia, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka. He is a founder, permanent chairman, Lakeside Education Trust. He is a member, WHO NGO Climate Health Working Group at Geneva. He is a founder, member, and advisor of Thalassemia Society of Bangalore. He is advisor to WHO, UNICEF, World Bank, POMHAD, and Alliance for Global Health at Geneva. He has been invited at more than 850 scientific papers and talks. He has more than 50 oration awards and many chapters in pediatric textbooks. He is a past national president of Indian Academy of Allergy, past national president of Pediatric Association of India. He is the past national president of POMHAD. He has received Lifetime Achievement Award from Indian Academy of Pediatrics in 2022. He is the co-chairman of International Pediatric Association of Environmental Health. He is a White Coat Legend of India 2024. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a legend amongst us. I would like all of you to join me in welcoming him to this program. And I would now request Dr. Parmesh sir to please unveil the poster for this program. Thank you.
Shaji, please give the poster.
Yes.
Sir, please declare the poster as released.
Respected our President, Collector, and Secretary Yogesh Parikh, and past President Basuraj, and Scientific Committee Chairman Geeta Patil, and Kishore Baindur, and Santosh Samir Dalwai. Thanks for a nice introduction of all of you. I got a great pleasure. I think environmental issue is definitely a major contributing factor for all the illnesses all over the world. Nearly about 70% of it is also a major economic burden, socio-economic burden, scientific burden for all over. I got a great pleasure to release this early education poster for lifelong habits, children's learning imitation. Early damage leads to lasting harm. this I like to have a great pleasure releasing this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So I would now welcome you and request you to address the gathering, sir.
Respected Parmesh sir, your message, please.
Yes, okay. Now, my president under your leadership, our chairman environmental chapter, Balachandar, my brothers and sisters of IAP and environmental chapter, and also Srinivasan is there from the United States, and our chief guest is our professor Redanya Ganabata. So now, you know very well, in the WHO in 2017, they found that environmental issues, they pointed 10 countries. Among the 10 countries, India came first in the list. 10 countries where pollution. Environmental pollution predominantly comes air pollution 70%, 20% from water, 10% of the soil, chemicals, pesticides, a whole lot of other plastic, whole lot of things will come there. And also, I'm so thankful, IAP chapter and outreaching the community program, environment and child health, IAP ke saath, community ke baat, I think wonderful slogan, we are propagating that. You know very well, if you think about it, the major three things for us sustenance of life in the world, we need air to breathe, we need water to drink, we need the food to eat. Only three things important among the 17 items what WHO recommended, most important. So you cannot live without breathing more than 3 minutes, without taking a drop of water more than 3 days, without having 1 grain of food more than 3 weeks. And the welfare loss from the environmental pollution is constituting about nearly 4.6 trillion American dollars, constituting about 6.2% of the global economic output. There is worldwide scientific consciousness that climate change is a reality and a defining issue of the 21st century. And when you say, if you take up all the nature has created billions of species. One most intelligent species is the human being. We consider how much? 0.01%. That's all. But what we did, all the 5 elements, 5 Panchabhutas, what we say, he damaged it. What we call Vayu, air, and Jal is water, Akash is sky, and Tejas and Agni is a fire, and Prithvi is earth. We damaged all these things. And nearly 83% of the wild animals we damaged distinguishedly, and 50% of the plant we have made it extinct. And all this air pollution, global warming, climate change, they're all interrelated. So greenhouse gases contributed, as you said, mentioned earlier, Samir, carbon dioxide comes about nearly 80% of the time, and methane comes about 9%, and nitrous oxide comes for 5%. And the most of the sectors which produces all these things, most of them, 5 or 6 of them. First comes the energy sector, next comes the traffic, next comes the industry and agriculture, construction, and waste burning, all these things, and other minor items always will be there. This carbon dioxide, about 1,000 years ago, we had only 250% carbon particles. Carbon part per million. In the mid 1800, when the industrialization started, then we started building up the greenhouse gases. Now we have life existence is a state, that much carbon dioxide built up. Why? If you look at the 3 degrees of climate desensitization, we are just ending the catastrophic stage. When the carbon footprint carbon dioxide comes 400 to 450 parts per million, that is the catastrophic. We already passed it. We are entered the irreversible state where carbon dioxide will be 425 to 600 parts per million. If it goes more than 600 parts per million, there is no species going to exist in this world. All of them going to extinguish from this planet. We produce what Mother Earth can take up. Mother Earth can have about 3 billion tons per year. We produce 3 times more than that one. And we like to maintain the carbon dioxide 250 parts per million, keeping the temperature 1.5 degrees centigrade at the end of this. And that's what United Environment Program suggests. But we are already reached it. If we can work hard to keep it at 2 degrees centigrade, it is the greatest thing one can experience in that one. We need to mitigate the air pollution and global climate change at any cost. Not to speak, it is time to act. How best we can do it? We have to eliminate the existing emissions by educating these sectors. Which sectors? We are about 6 sectors that I mentioned about. All of them we have to educate with the proof. Second thing, reduce the pollution at the source itself by reduction of population growth so that demand can be less about it. We have to protect the affected people who are also affected by doing the research need-based for our need-based. And also, sometimes we need to take legal activism so that where we can think like act together to bring out some legislation and all these things. We know very well our children are the ones suffering the most. Nearly pediatric population country is about 31%. That is 1/3 of the population in India, pediatric under 18 years. It is we have to take care of this. And in this context, I would say each one teach one, plant one tree and maintain it. That gives oxygen for 4 people free of cost. Each one of us need a resting person 500 liters per day. And active people like us, we need about 1,000 liters per day. And sports people need 1,500 liters per day, 30 rupees per liter. It comes to get 15,000 rupees of oxygen we give free of cost. All of us, we have car. Your car also needs petrol, diesel, and burning it. We need about 1,700 liters of oxygen to burn one liter, move 10 kilometers. That comes to about 60,000 rupees. Nearly 1 lakh of rupees roughly comes per move for us, 10 kilometers here and there. I think that we have to want each one of us produce 1 tree. It gives free oxygen for 4 people. Now, my Parmesh 4P, I would say, positive thinking. Let's go to the positive thinking. What negative way? We can achieve something good with all the youngsters, what we have been doing. We can achieve something good. Always make it a point, protect our Mother Earth at any cost. Third P is pursue your research on sustenance of lives. Think locally, act locally, propagate result globally. So the sustainability. Fourth one is propagate our national ethos. That is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We have got 1 planet, 1 family, we all of us, 1 future. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Jai Hind, Jai IIP, Jai Environmental Chapter.
Thank you, Parmesh sir. As usual, you are all eye-opening figures and statistics you are given. Really, it's great. It should come forward, I think so. So please write the matter, send it to me or secretary, and we will make it viral. So how can we? Your definitely inputs are needed to move away this program, and definitely for Green Army also. And you are always there, I know, because it's your passion. So thank you once again.
Thank you.
Samir, please, next.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Parmesh, sir. It's always a great pleasure to hear somebody like you because it inspires us to keep trying and changing the situation as much as we can. Thank you so much. I now like to invite whom I call my president because when I joined the executive board in 2018, this was the gentleman, and I'm saying specifically gentleman, who took over the reins of IIP as president 2018, and in his own very dignified, very sophisticated, yet with a very humble and down-to-earth approach, he took the entire IIP together and went ahead and launched what was then called as Epidemic of Academics. I'm talking of none other than Dr. Santosh Son sir, who has been such a wonderful mentor to many of us, including myself. And he is somebody who's always contributed in a very positive way to everything that IIP can be able to do. And it's my duty to invite him to introduce the chief guest from Mongolia, and I would request sir to talk about her and introduce her. But sir, again, thanks a lot for always mentoring all of us. over to Dr. Santosh Son, sir.
Respected President Vasant, President-elect Neelam, and Secretary Yogesh, and so many of the great giants of pediatrics of IAP who's there on this Zoom platform. It's a great pleasure to introduce my friend, Professor Ardentuya Ganbata. She has been a leading light of Mongolia. If you see her CV, it's nothing but extraordinary. She is actually born in the capital of Mongolia, that is Ulaanbaatar. Because if you say one thing, what it's a coldest capital of the world. Any country is coldest, it goes up to -40. But what we to India and Delhi and Ulaanbaatar, which has got common, is it's one of the most polluted cities actually. Because of that, and both the countries are working very well to sort of reduce this pollution in this. She had education, especially she had a postdoctoral training in molecular biology from Biogen Laboratory in Italy in 21-22. Then she had a PhD in pediatrics and children's surgery in Scientific Center in Almaty, Kazakhstan. She is a double PhD actually, not one PhD. Great this thing, and she got her medical also MD in pediatrics from Almaty Medical University, Kazakhstan, and now she's been the professor and head of the department of Department of Pediatric Health Sciences, University of Mongolia, which is in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. And earlier she was associate professor in the same university, and she also heads the subspecialty. I think what she likes is basically endocrinology and nephrology, because she heads the national subspecialty chapters of nephrology and endocrinology in Maternal and Child Research Center in Mongolia from 96 to 99 she was there. And she knows English, she speaks excellent Russian, and she has been awarded many times, the best professor from the Health University of Mongolia. And she is also president, just like Vasant. She is also the president of Mongolian Academy of Pediatrics. I think we have for only 1 year doctor, but she has been the president since 2022 and chief of Mongolian Society of Newborn Screening since 2016 and chief of Mongolian Association of Pediatric Endocrinology. She is also very good sportswoman, and I think she likes ice skating and table tennis and arts and music. You are a really multifaceted pediatrician. I think all of us, since we have become a global village, we all so really are very proud and honored to have you today on this Environmental Day, which is the one which really what we as a pediatrician can give for the future generation. Thank you so much, Ardentuya Ganbata, for coming on a platform and enriching our IAPians today. Great to see you actually, and it's a great pleasure to speak about you on this. I am really grateful to Vasant and Yogesh and Geeta, and especially our adequate Dr. Samir Dalwai, who's always been so nice. And thank you so much for being here. And we now release the reel of this one, our program. I think Dr. Geeta, let Professor Ardentuya Ganbata can release the reel of today's. So nice.
Thank you, Professor Ardentuya. Please release the reel.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me in your meeting. It is very interesting for us, and I would like to express my deepest appreciation to all of you, especially who invite me to this meeting. It is very interesting to hear about you, and of course, very interesting to talk about environment and child health. In Mongolia, of course, we have a lot of problem with air pollution. Also, we have a lot of problem with water. um, fresh water, especially at the rural area. And also we have a lot of, how to say, toxic chemicals, including lead poisoning in urban areas, especially in UB, because we have a lot of cars in UB, very crowded place. If compare with India, it may be similar, but more than maybe how many cars we have, I don't remember, but we have a lot of lead poisoning, and including with this problem, we have increasing number of child with ADHD and especially autism spectrum disorders. It's our one of the topic for future investigation. And also Mongolia have a lot of climate changing problem, and very cold in the winter time and very hot in the summertime. So we have to have a lot of problem to investigate together, I think. Thank you. And we made a little presentation with my pupils. There are my residents from pediatric department, and one of them will introduce what it is very interesting.
Thank you,
Okay.
Professor. Actually, we are also working a lot on lead poisoning, especially Dr. Ramesh Bajania, our Vice President. He's a lead worker in this lead poisoning and having so many conferences, and he's really working a lot. We can get associated with this, and Indian Academy of Pediatrics can get associated with your work, and we can help you out if you want. If always collaboration. Indian Academy of Pediatrics believes in collaboration. So whenever you will need anything from us, we are always ready for you. And thank you. This is the
Thank you so
way
much.
that your student is presenting presentation. That's thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me introduce Dr. Otom Bayar. He will very short introduction about this problem. Is it okay for you?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Seriously, Is that okay in the screen? Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
So good afternoon, doctors and professors. So we're gonna discuss and talk about Mongolian environment and child health challenges and opportunities. So the topics are overview of the Mongolian environment and environmental issues facing to Mongolia, impact of environmental conditions on child health. So about the overview of the Mongolian environment, the Mongolia is still 3.3 million people of populations, and our capital city is named Ulaanbaatar. About the geographical diversity is 1.5 million square meter, and Mongolia features various geographical landscape, including the Gobi Desert, mountain ranges, and vast grasslands showcasing its diversity. Extreme climate impact about this is Mongolia significantly affects agricultural practices and the living conditions of its population requiring adoption. So about urban and rural environment conditions between urban challenges are in the urban areas in the Mongolian face several challenges such as population and overcrowding that impact health and well-being. About the rural struggles, it's often lack access to clean water and health care, creating significant health disparities compared to urban areas. About the child health disparities, understanding the difference between urban and rural environments is crucial for addressing child health issues effectively. So the most common about these environmental risks to children's health is mostly common. It's about for four topics. The one is air pollution and the water pollution, also toxic chemicals and climate change. So about the air pollution and child's health in Mongolia, the most common most common air pollution comes from our gear gear and houses, and 10% is from vehicles, just cars. The 6 point is from some factories, and 4 point is dust and soil and pollutions. Impact on respiratory health. Exposure to air pollution significantly impacts children's respiratory health, increases risks of asthma and other breathing problems, like such as pneumonia and bronchitis, and also increased asthma risk and emergency room visits, and also need better air quality. Air pollution is linked to 14% increase in emergency room visits for children and breathing problems. Also, we get this topic about the population. We make it two different types. It's the one is outdoor generated, second one is indoor generated. Our capital, Ulaanbaatar, is you can see there. It's the data from 2.18. Our capital, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, is the most populated city in the world.
The third place in India.
And also the third place is India. Yeah, maybe similar. And also our winter health crisis is such as different because our capital city is in the winter season is -40 and summer season is also plus 40. It's so much differences degrees in our populations. So about the data highlights on health, the 40 to 50 of the winter hospital admissions for children under 5 in Ulaanbaatar are due to the respiratory illnesses, highlighting seasonal health challenges. And also impact of population, children in highly populated districts are 2 to 3 times more likely to develop respiratory symptoms compared to those in cleaner areas. And about this population pollution is also connected, and due to some neurological disorders such as dementia and cognitive function, depression.
Hello, sir, are you able to hear them? Vasant sir?
No, I'm not able to.
I'm not able to.
We can see the presentation, but I can't
Presentation
see
I
entire
can
video.
see, we cannot hear.
Not audible, not audible.
Does anybody have madam's number? Santosh
Yeah,
sir, may we request?
I will just call her. Professor, I don't know what, is it possible? Your presentation got hanged. Professor, you are not audible. Please. Yeah, it's going on, but you are not audible. Hello? Madam, your voice is not audible. You can talk without sharing slides. Okay. Then share it again, once again. That's better. You stop sharing and then start sharing.
Better to exit and come back.
So can you hear us now?
Yeah, I'm getting.
Thank you. Sorry for some technical problems.
So you can start.
So third, the most important topic is toxic chemicals and the child health. The main focus we have to lead poisoning and also some polluted waters. Lead poisoning, yeah. And also toxic chemicals can impact on children, cognitive delays and behavioral issues and physical effects. And also we should talk about the climate change effects on children in Mongolia, because our weather is such as different. Like in summer is plus 40 and in winter it's minus 40 degrees. So it's so much difference in our country. And we had some head and cold distress and increased respiratory illnesses and disease exposure and nutrition and development. So what's the difference between the Mongolia and India? In Mongolia, we have to mostly think about the air pollution because our capital is on the #1 list. About the India, we also get some researches like it's the most commonly you have like water pollution. And also we had gotten more information about water pollution and toxic chemicals. So maybe that's all. And thank you for your attention. And do you have any questions?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor, for a really good presentation. We come to know about your environmental status and that is very important. So we can compare it here, and we are having a Diane like Dr. Parmesh, who is definitely going to help you, and our Green Army. Be connected with the Green Army. They will be a great asset for you to combat this problem, and definitely we will do the best. Whatsoever, I am there, our secretary is there, all the members are there. You can connect with us. We can help you whatsoever way. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. In fact, this has been the first time that we have had a chief guest who has expressed the same point of view from her country's point of view as well. And we had a wonderful way of learning something far beyond our own land and our own culture. So thank you so much, madam. And we are very happy for your presence. And you have added a great flavor and a new breeze in this environment. And now I request our dear chairperson of the scientific committee, the person in charge, Dr. Geeta Patil, madam, to kindly offer the vote of thanks. But on a personal note, thanks to all of you. Thank you so much.
Sir, before that, I think we need to see one small reel of our animated reel.
Yes,
so
Reel was supposed to.
Madam, we have only 3 minutes now because we have another program at 4 o'clock.
Sir, just it is a one minute.
So
sir.
please keep our president and the secretary free.
No, Yogesh bhai बोले था.
India is home to over 400 million children. Our future, our pride. But what kind of world are we raising them in? Every day, millions of children breathe toxic air. India has 14 of the world's 20 most polluted cities. And it's not just the air. It's the water they drink, the food they eat, and the spaces they play in. There is a lot of noise pollution, light pollution, excessive e-waste. Also, pollution doesn't just dirty our surroundings. It damages young lungs, weakens immunity, and triggers asthma, allergies, even developmental delays. Many live in areas with unsafe drinking water, overflowing drains, and poor waste management. Excessive e-waste emission of greenhouse gases. Climate change leading climate disasters. What is the solution? But there is hope, and action begins at home. Simple steps can protect our children. Use indoor plants to purify home air. Avoid burning plastic or waste. Use clean cooking fuels like LPG or electric filter. Drinking water. Reduce single-use plastics. Teach kids to respect nature. When children grow up in clean, green environments, they thrive, physically, mentally, emotionally. A healthier environment means a healthier child. Let's protect both, for their today, for our tomorrow.
Sir, thank you very much. I think,
Very well made.
Sir, Yogesh sir, I will not take more than a minute or
Oh,
two.
no, don't worry, Geeta madam, please.
Yes, sir. Because this was a beautiful animated video about this topic. And thanks a lot for giving me opportunity to conclude by thanking. And at the outset, I like to thank our chief guest, Arundhati, for releasing the reel and giving insight into improving the global environmental health and explaining the situation in Mongolia. So we all have to work together. And definitely our guest of honor, our mentor, guide, who is recognized internationally. If I go on telling, it will be a big, his CV again will be repeated. Thanks a lot, sir. He is the founder president of our IAP Environment chapter. And I think I thank our IAP president, Dr. Vasant sir, for selecting this topic and taking this project in a mission mode and educating all the pediatricians on different platforms to reach how to reach to the community. His enthusiasm is unbeatable. And really, we should think about the way he thinks. It's a difficult, but, and our Dr. Neelam Mohan Madam, President-elect, very intelligent brain with a beautiful mind, is always standing for our IAP projects and guiding everyone for its implementation. Thank you, Madam. Our visionary past president, in his absentia, I thank him because he was the one and whose brainchild is this project. Our honorary secretary, Dr. Yogesh Parikh sir, very thankful for your thoughtful, relevant, and precise welcoming speech. You have almost summarized everything in the beginning only. Atanu sir, in his absentia, who is always, I think everybody knows that he believes on the implementation in the community. And I should thank Dr. Santosh Son sir, who is traveling, I know that within an hour or two abroad, but he, with our request, instant request, he has accepted. And Samir sir has already described about him, thorough gentleman. When I asked him, is it getting delayed? He told, no, I will join on my mobile when I'm traveling. Thank you very much, sir. Now, definitely, I thank all the experts. Dr. Balchandar, already we heard, very unassuming. Dr. Narmada, who is known for, who has conducted Green Conference. And everybody knows, Dr. Satish Agarwal, everybody knows, Dr. Vinod Ratgiri, Dr. Jayasri Chamria, for creating a great content which will be shared in the IAP website. Special thanks to Dr. Narmada for compiling whole data in a pictorial presentation. Our scientific committee members, Dr. Amita Singh Mondal, Dr. Ritu Gupta, Dr. Pawan Kumar, Lalit Tandon, Dr. Mahesh Mohanta, we had many arguments when we were reviewing and their active participation. So the content has come out very well. We communicated with media committee, Dr. Manmeet, Satish Agarwal, Avinash Gawande, I think I should not forget his name, Dr. Meena Deshmukh, Satish Sharma sir, they have helped us a lot. If I will fail if I don't thank our national coordinator, Dr. Samir Dalwai sir, I need not have to tell. He is the person who presents us. We do work, but unless he presents in this way, it cannot be reaching to the community and not to the pediatricians also. And our very young, vibrant brain, these all creatives are done because of Dr. Amrish Patil. And Dr. Praveen Page, always very silent and always working behind the scene. And we had our senior advisor, Dr. Kishore Bendur. Thank you, everyone. Special thanks to our participants who have, till now, I think the time is extended, we know. And I think our one of the participant is from US, Dr. Srinivasan sir. Thank you very much, sir. And I cannot complete my thanking without thanking IAP office staff, Saji and Nikita. Thank you very much. And definitely we are going to take a pledge that this will be taken forward, environment and child health. I was also part of Green Army project. So I'm very proud that everybody was talking. Our president sir was repeatedly mentioning about that. Thank you very much. Thank you for all and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Really, it's a great day, great moment.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, our chief guest, our guest of honor, and all my action committee member, our secretary, our treasurer, everything. Really, the moment should be continued. That's all. That is the only thing. This is 4th episode. Be ready for 5th episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you
President
very
sir. Best wishes
Thank you.
for the auspicious
Srinivasan,
days.